The morality police have disappeared from the streets. I mean, that's something that people have noticed. Good morning.
Um, what is happening then? I mean, we all know about the morality police because of the Masa Amini case, but what is happening? Are their days numbered?
Well, as you say, it's always hard to tell in Iran, particularly as we're not allowed to go there as journalists and find out for ourselves. All we can do is report, in this case, what's being said by state media itself. So the morality police have disappeared from the streets. I mean, that's something that people have noticed. This special force that goes around enforcing hijab and other sort of moral issues isn't on the street. So somebody asked the Attorney General about it, and he seemed to say that it's not in my purview. It's not. It's not run by the normal police service, the morality police. But he said it had been the people who started it had stopped it. Is the expression he used, roughly translated, which means the Cultural Revolution Command Council, which is the kind of moral supervisory body in the Republic. So there's been no confirmation of that. There's no suggestion that has been approved by the Supreme Leader, which it would need to be ultimately. So it's not quite clear, but it's hard to see why he would have said it if it didn't have some truth in it.
Um, and I mean, again, we're having to speculate on this, but why might there be a difference? Why might things change? And is it because of the huge attention that there has been not just on the protests in Iran, but also in terms of the World Cup and the team not singing the national anthem at the beginning of the tournament?
Yes, I don't think the World Cup thing itself would have made a difference, but they've got to do something about these protests, which aren't going away. They've now been going on for 2.5 months. By their own estimates, 200 to 300 people have been killed. Human rights groups say it's more like 400 to 500. A lot of those have been, quite a number of those have been security forces who, people have been fighting back. So these comments didn't come out of the blue. I mean, one of the reasons we've taken them seriously, despite being slightly ambiguous, is because they come after a couple of days in which the mood music, if you like, from the regime has changed. President Raisi, who's the hardliner who actually insisted on this crackdown on hijab in the first place, having originally sort of said no surrender, we're not going to give in to these what he called foreign-backed protests. In the last couple of days, has started saying, well, we're not totally inflexible. Islamic law is the constitution, but how it's the mechanisms of enforcement, he said, are flexible, can be revisited. There was an announcement by the Attorney General again on Thursday night that there was a 15-day review of the way the hijab law was implemented. So the last couple of days have seen a sign of softening before these protests, as if they are reconsidering what to do about it.